Hey everybody, 3D Icicle Freeze here. In the last episode, we got here to Freezy Easy Peak, and in this episode, we're hopefully going to be finishing up here. And then hopefully, if we have enough time, I'm going to run over to Gobby's Valley. And we're going to finish up there as well. So the next thing on my mind to do... You know, I actually think I see something that I missed. Well, I mean, of course, there's a bunch of things I know I've missed or passed by, but... Alright, so there's that walrus guy there. Okay, I actually went the wrong way. Whoops! I'm actually gonna want to jump here, then I'm gonna want to jump here, then I'm gonna want to jump all the way over here. Okay. Now, there's that guy who was talking about that race. He is a person of interest I'd like to find, and I'd like to race him. Anyway, it's kind of hard to see, but there's actually this little thing here, but it's like this little rim that you can actually run off of. It's a little thin, though, so I want to be careful. Okay. Okay, so there he is. Let's go to Boggy's. Because, we can actually race him. So, before I do that, though, I'd actually like to get these notes. Okay. Hello again, buddy. I'm waiting for someone to race me. We'll race you, numbutt. Sorry, you're too big for my sled. I can only race someone smaller. Okay. So he can only race someone smaller, and we still need to go to Mumbo's Tut. Mumbo's Tut. I mean his hut, excuse me. Well... what do you think that means? I think it means exactly what we think it means. We need to go there, get our power up, and we need to get, then we can race him. We're gonna get hurt here. In fact, actually, no, we're not. Okay, that, I don't know why it just went off by accident. Whoops. Oh, what the? Alright, well, whatever. I'm gonna get hurt. Whatevs. Yeah, those boots would have been nice on the other frickin' side, but whatever. Anyway, come over here to Mumbo's hut. He only needs 15. We have 29. We're pretty set. By the way, look for the totem pole that doesn't have a flame on it. Flame. Another Jinjo. There's only one more Jinjo, and that last Jinjo is actually in the water somewhere that we gotta look for. Alright, so we get some more notes. There's only a few more notes. Click X and oogada boogada. Okay, and we are a walrus. Banjo gone all fat. Got big feet. Got big teeth too. Like, look at my teeth. Holy crap! Like, my teeth are bigger than my eyes. All right. Anyway, so these last few notes, I believe, are actually, I believe these are it actually. 92, 93. 94, 95, 96. Alright, I'll stop doing that. Alright, so our last note is right here. Great. So we got all the notes. Hey, and what do you know? We get another life. Cool. And actually, your life is fully restored. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, so now with Mr. Walrus, we have to look for that last Jinjo. This last Jinjo, I remember, can actually be a little difficult to find. And actually, now that I can't hear audio, I know it'll be that much more difficult to find. But if my memory is correct, which it's usually not, but if it is this one time, which I hope it is, I believe the last Jinjo is within this general, like, area. I really hope. I don't think he's in the Christmas tree water. I see a Mumbo token over there, which I actually might want to get. But the last Jinjo might actually be somewhere. Again, if I'm correct, it's somewhere like... okay, it's not over here. Let's check. Oh, I got the camera screwing up on me. It's just looking weird. Alright, let's actually, let's see here. Again, I need to look for the... Dang, I always forget where this last Jinjo is. He might be in this water. I really don't think he is, though. Because I think I probably would have, like, had noticed him. Yeah, he's not in this water. We can collect more eggs, but... to me, eggs are so plentiful. Like, you really... There's not a lot of times that you need eggs. By the way, I hate to say it, but there's really nothing special about this walrus in terms of, he doesn't actually give you any, like, you can't, like, bite, like with the crocodile you could bite and stuff. Unfortunately, there's really nothing special about him. Except that we're a walrus, but, which is pretty epic in itself, I guess. Alright, so anyway, there's a Mumbo token over here. And actually, the Jinjo might be behind that. I don't know. I don't know. Ecom Tokum. I swear, that's what it sounds like. Alright, so we're back at 15. Alright, again, hopefully the Jinjo is somewhere behind here. Nope. I always forget where this Jinjo is. You know what, actually, there's some feathers over here, so maybe I haven't really explored over there. I know there's some water here, but I'm pretty sure we got everything. Yeah, basically got all the possible stuff over there. Okay. I remember that this Jinjo is actually a little difficult to find, only because it's like kind of blended in a way with the I think you can almost mistake it for like a feather. In fact, I'm gonna walk over here. If I can't find it in like the next minute or so, I'm honestly just I'm gonna cut to when I can find it. Or I'm just gonna look for it later. In fact, I think that's actually the smartest course of action. I'm just gonna look for it later. You know, I have all the time in the world to do it. But anyway, if you come over here, he says, "Wow, another walrus! Take this! But watch out for a smelly brown bear and his ugly bird partner." Okay, so that's 6. And now we're actually free to go in here. And actually, you could go in here before, but I'd recommend you come in here. Oh, you know what? The last Jinjo, I think, is actually in here. Duh. Me stupid looking around. I believe the last Jinjo is definitely in here. Yep, there he is. Why, hello again. Feel free to have a look around Wazo's cave. Alright, Wazo. Anyway, if you come over here... Yes, the last Jinjo is actually there. I'm going to need to... In fact, I forgot. You need to go into bear form in order to get that. But if you come down here, and you come up here... Here you go. You have another thing. Another honeycomb piece. Alright, get this invincible. Get all these items. Alright. And we keep going. Wish there was a way you could jump. Alright, sorry Jinjo. I'm gonna have to come back for you later. But since we're already in this farm, we might as well go get these. We might as well go challenge Boggies to the sled race, which I believe is up here. Nope, that's the first place line. Okay, the guy we are looking for, I believe, is. I know where he's either up here or he's not up here. I believe he's actually. I believe he's up one of these things, right? Let's see here. There he is. Okay, let's go. Geez, so how are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well, as if you guys are asking. By the way, I just want to let you know, because I always want to let you guys know that I really appreciate the people who watch these videos. It really does mean a lot to me. I know it may seem like it doesn't, but I really do appreciate it. Anyway, so we're here with the Walrus. Hey, Mr. Walrus, fancy a ride? Hop on the sled if you do. Sure. Let's race, if I can just get on the sled. Okay. Great, now all you need to do is steer your sled through the red solemn gates and beat me to the end. Got it? 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so you have to get all of the red flags. By the way, if he gets behind for a long period of time, he actually starts to go a little faster. But if you're behind him for a long period of time, then he goes slower. So you want to be careful. In fact, sometimes I'd actually recommend doing worse towards the end, so when he slows down, you can quickly come up. And by the way, of course, I'll let you guys know when we're like pretty much almost at the finish line. By the way, it is possible to always stay in front of him. If you actually, there's a way, if you could actually kind of get, you can, like, it's kind of weird, like, you station yourself in front of him, so he kind of just pushes you along, and you keep going forward. It's pretty cool. Anyway, the first place, thing is coming up pretty soon. Again, see how he kind of, like, pushes you there? Again, if you were gonna come in a, like, if you were gonna slow down, I'd recommend this be the time, because now there's only a few more left. Alright, so this is gonna be a close one, and we win! Phew, you're too quick for me, Mr. Walrus. Here's your medal. I reckon I need to race someone my own size. And he gives you a Jiggy. Alright. Thank you. Well, that's 7. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bow. Alright, nice. Okay, so let's recap here. We can get that Jinjo, which will give us our 8th Jiggy. If we race him again as Banjo, that'll actually give us our 9th. So then there's just one more remaining that we have yet to actually get. So the next Jinjo, again, if we race him again as Banjo, we'll get another. You know, there might actually be one that we've gotten. In fact, I feel like there is. There's a Jiggy that we've gotten, but I haven't actually gone to collect it yet. So that might actually be something we pretty much got to do. So let's go to Banjo for him, because I believe we can. I mean, I would assume the last Jiggy isn't. You know, you don't need Mr. Walrus. Mr. Walrus. All right, so back to Banjo. Again, as you could, I mean, I'm sure as you guys have already, you know, you guys know from like my first Let's Play. I like to do things in crazy orders because I think of something and then I don't even put my mind to it. It's as soon as I see something else that I want to do that. So again, I want to apologize for that because I'm always so like discombobulated with what I want to do first and next and last and etc. So all right. So anyway, let's go up here. Let's get this feather. Oh, we're actually somewhat good on feathers. We're not doing too bad. Anyway, you want to be careful here. Not be careful, but you know, you can slip off. And if you're trying to get here before, you know, if the snowmans are still there, definitely I would be careful. And anyway, I want to fly just to make sure I've found everything. I mean, I believe I have everything over there. You know what? You know what? There is something. There might actually... There's a Jiggy in here. That's what... I knew there was something in here. I totally forgot to come pick it up. Alright, good. So pretty much, basically we know what we need. Let's go see Mr. Walrus. Which, before I jump off here, I'd like to go... Mr. Walrus, I mean, let's go, let's go race Boggies again. Might as well take that. I don't know why I decided to. Oh, you can't actually fly at a certain distance. I didn't know that. I thought you could fly at any time you wanted. Dang. Whoops. That was my fault. Okay, I'm gonna die if I get hit by one more thing. Hey, life. Well, I was probably a little too cocky about that, and I probably shouldn't have went into there. Alright, let's get hurt again. Okay. Okay, that shouldn't have happened. Alright, let's jump. I like how I get so, like, enthusiastic. I'm like, okay. Sometimes I don't even realize, like, how I'm saying things until I actually say it. Alright, so, again, racing the guy... Let me guess, this is the first place. Great! I always mix up the places. I hate that I do that. I always mix up where Boggies is from the first place. It's no big deal. You know, I have to admit, there's nothing... This game hasn't been too frustrating for me. So far, knock on wood, please. Anyway, before I actually race him, I'd like to get back to full health. But yeah, I've been pretty lucky. I've had more frustrating things happen in the past with me just playing seriously and not even recording. So, anyway, he says, "Hey buddy, fancy a race against Boggy? Press A to accept or B to chicken out." I'm gonna click A. Okay, buddy, here's the rules. Run through the red Salam Gate. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Alright, again, by the way, if you get too far behind, he'll actually, you actually automatically lose. So, again, I'm going to take this nice and slow until we get more towards the end, and then I can just kind of, like, jump and beat him. Well, actually, I might as well get ahead. Oh-ho! Alright. Yeah, when you're like this, you move extremely fast. I don't know the speed difference exactly, but I would imagine that this is much faster than when you're using the sled on the walrus. I don't know if you guys just saw that, but he just helped me get in like 2 of these flags. Alright, again, now he should be starting, yeah, now he's starting to slow down. It's coming a little close. Coming a little close, Banjo, coming a little close. Oh, crap. Hard luck, buddy, but old Boggy wins this time. Bah, 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 bah. Come on, buddy, try again. Press A to raise or B to back out. Alright, let's try this one more time. Let's try to make it close this time. Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass in a second. Alright, I just wasted a ton of time right there, but oh well. Alright, anyway, so this time I gotta make this a lot closer. In fact, I gotta get ahead of him a lot faster. I took way too much time in letting him get ahead. Love this music, man. Love it. I gotta put it on, like, my iPod. That's actually something I really gotta do one of these days. I have a new phone, and I've had it for, like, a while now, but I really have not put new songs on. Okay. If I'm gonna let him get past, this would be the time. So he's slowing down just a little bit, though. Okay. Oh! Alright, come on, come on, come on. Run, 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 run. I think we got it. Yeah, we did it! Oh shit, he pushed me right out of the way. Excuse my language. Oh, I lost again. Take my other medal. I'm off to look for my kid's presents. Wow, what a bad father. So he's racing. He is racing. He raced a walrus and a bear and lost both of them and had to give up 2 medals. And now he's going to look for the presents that have already been taken and given by a stranger to his kids. Wow, what a bad father. Unsupervised. Anyway, you'll see the walrus in here. Eek, the bear again. Take that noisy orange thing and you can leave. Take that noisy orange thing. That's funny. Anyway, it's a little hard to... Hey, we got everything. Alright, this level's complete. By the way, it's a little hard to see. But there's like a key in the background. We're gonna be figuring out a way to get there, but obviously not yet. Alright, so we're finally done with this level. And I'm actually going to cut, again with the wrong slope. Going up the slope! Alright, anyway, what's it called? If any of you guys recognize that reference, even though it was poorly done, I salute you. Anyway, what's it called? I'm gonna actually just cut back to Gobby's Valley, and then there I'm gonna get the last Jiggy there, right? So see you guys in just 1 second. Actually, guys, before I cut there, I actually want to... We might as well get this, Might as well get this Jiggy that was, given to us. Not given to us, but that we had to get from the Witch's Tower. From the Witch's Tower. That makes plenty of sense as well. Anyway, what I meant to say was that we got from the Witch's Panel in our last, whatever you want to call it. In Freezy Easy Peak. Alright, run, 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 run! 4, 3, 2, 1. Fly! We got it. That's actually really close. Anyway, fly over here. You're going to want to fly into this little open hole. Alright, so let's get this Jiggy really quick. Invincible. Why did I come over here again? I was supposed to continue flying, wasn't I? Okay. Wow. Aren't I just the best Banjo Kazooie player in the world? Why did I just ground pound there? Anyway. Yeah. I knew it couldn't have been that easy. Okay. I'd like to apologize, guys. In fact, I shouldn't even be recording this. I should just cut. Okay, well, anyway, we got it this time. You're going to want to take it nice and slow. I only have 14 feathers. Again, you do not want to touch the ground, so be careful of that. In fact, I'd recommend you actually get stuck then. Oh, if I fell off there, I don't know what I would have done. Alright, nice. So that's 7. Alright, so I'm going to jump down in hopes that I don't die. There we go. Alright, now cutting to Gobby's Valley and getting that last Jiggy. Alright, guys, and I am back. By the way, definitely I'd recommend you have more feathers than I do here. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fly up here. You're actually going to want to hit this thing. And that's why we needed to come back here, because we needed our new power, which I missed. Alright, so we got there. So we have 20 seconds to fall down here. You can actually just climb onto that thing, just slide down. That camera angle could have messed me up horribly if I kept sliding off. Anyway, you'll find this little guy here. Hello, my friend. I am Ruby. Can I be of some use? You're looking for some treasure, pipe boy. Very good. I see some up there. It's yours if you can get it. Yes? Okay. So there's a mumble token here. And I believe our last few notes are actually here as well. Yeah, they are. So then there's these 2 over here. And there we go. We got all the notes on this level. Anyway, you'll notice there's this like little thing going around. Far down an egg gets a little faster. And you see a snake. Far down another egg. Okay, miss. Okay, don't miss. Okay, I'm in a really bad position because I keep on missing. Okay, let's try that one more time. Dang, like what the heck, man? Now let's try this. This is actually probably better. Shoot! There we go. Okay. There we go, and one more. There we go. Ah, 1,000 thanks, my friend. His stuff will now help you with your quest. And there you go. There we go. We got our last Jiggy here. Alright, very nice. By the way, I was actually looking, and based off the powers and whatnot, I believe that you actually... By the way, you can climb up the snake. You don't have to, like, stay on it like I did. I believe either way in this, I think you actually, no matter what, you had to backtrack into one of these levels, because I noticed in order to get the last medal from, Boggy, with the last medal, yeah, well, the second medal from Boggy, you have to have the speeding shoes, or the the extremely fast shoes, which can only be obtained through this level. And then to get that, you need the beak attack, which you can only get in Freezy Easy Peak. So I'm convinced that there was no problems on my part. It was really that I just what's it called? It's that I just you have to. That's part of the game, is to do that. Alright, so anyway, I don't know why, but now this zombie's here, which is a little odd. But actually there are 2 of them. Alright, well, I think it's a good time to end the video off. This video's gone on definitely long enough. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And in the next episode, in fact, I just want to get some health. In fact, I don't even have to do that on screen. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And in the next episode, we're going to be unlocking our next world and heading there, all right? See you guys next time.